Two-time Ivy League Player of the Year, Bella Alarie doesn't remember the first time she came to Princeton. She was still in a stroller.
The earliest I can remember, I went to my grandfather's reunion here, and it was the P-Raid. And I don't remember it, but my parents told me I fell asleep in the stroller.
Bella has a grandfather who's Princeton 57 and Princeton 59 engineering graduate school. And so we've been coming to P-Raids since she was in a stroller.
After my freshman year of high school, we came here and I went on a tour of campus and instantly fell in love with it.
The very first recruiting visit we had here, it was to a large group of recruits, let's say 40, 50 girls there with their parents, and presentation was given, and my wife Renee and I both said, "Where do we sign?" You know, we were sold.
My dad's my biggest role model, and knowing that he played at Duke and did so many great things there, I thought I was going to be wearing a Duke jersey when I was younger. As I got older and considered my options and saw, what coaches were looking at me and what schools I was really interested in, Princeton was the obvious choice.
Bella's father, Mark, was a 4-year starter at Duke and played 5 seasons in the NBA. While Mark was a first-round pick by the Denver Nuggets in 1986, Bella figures to be in the mix as one of the top selections in the WNBA draft this April.
We have a quarter court in our backyard, so I was always out there, and my dad would come out and shoot with me and play against me, and I remember he would block my shots and just post me up, and I couldn't guard him for the longest time. And then I remember once he slowed down a little bit and I had more skills and I was able to get around him to the basket and maybe shoot the outside shot. He realized that I could beat him for sure.
Women's college basketball, it's physical. And so in 1 year, she went from me being able to, push her off balance and be physical with her to really not being able to get away with that. And she can run circles around me. I'm an old man, I can't, in the full court, I have no chance. She's improved. I coached her for as long as she would listen to me, which for all you dads out there, it changes in high school. They stop listening, maybe right around their sophomore year.
We really had to work on our relationship as father-daughter and coach and player, because in the back of my mind, I always knew he was right. He has the best advice, he's played the game at the highest level, and he knows exactly what to say. And sometimes it was really hard for me to take his advice because he is my dad and he is critiquing my game, especially as a younger player. You don't want to hear that you're not doing things right. And so definitely some pressure, but my dad has done a really amazing job letting it be my own journey and him really helping me out in whatever ways I need.
Alarie and the Tigers have spent a good portion of her senior season nationally ranked and are looking to make a deep run into March as one of the top defensive teams in college basketball.
Part of it is we know there's a target on our backs as the reigning champs, and so knowing that every game is going to be a battle and being prepared for that has really given us that edge in every game. And then I think the most obvious difference is our defense and our emphasis on that. Just everyone is so locked in and everyone is accountable on defense that it's really driven our team to a new level.
You cross your fingers and hope you've made the right decision when you send her to Princeton, but she probably would not have played USA basketball if she had not come to Princeton, because she had an opportunity to play as a freshman, start as a freshman, play meaningful minutes as a freshman, and then as a sophomore become Player of the Year. That's a great resume for getting invited to a Pan Am team or any USA team.
I have no idea what the future holds, but I'm just really grateful that Princeton has allowed me to grow so much as a basketball player, to get me there, and my experience with not only Princeton basketball but with USA basketball has, I think, gotten me to that next level, so I feel pretty prepared to play.